Hello, this is a follow-up to my last video when I showed you how to read and display an image using OpenCV and Python. In this one, I'm going to show you how you can manipulate an image and then save that, show it to the screen, and even save it if you want it. Yeah, I showed you how in the last video I showed you how the dot shape can get you the width and height of your image. You read it in here, and then you can use shape spot 0 to get the height and spot 1 to get the width. And so with that knowledge, we can actually create a for loop. So we'll go through the height. Kind of correlates to rows, so I'm going to say R there for rows in range, and in our range we'll put the image dot shape 0 because that's the height, right? And then we just need to do the same thing for the columns or the width, and so we'll put range image dot shape 1 here, right? And then we can do anything. We could kind of manipulate some of the pixels. I'm going to show you just this little thing that I've done before and a video in Java, but it's just a way to it's creating an image. It's called a threshold image. If you were in Photoshop, it's the threshold effect, where basically you look at every pixel and get the brightness level of that pixel. I'll share this code if anyone's interested in it. So this formula, I didn't create it. You can readily find it on the internet, though. It's a way of getting the brightness of a pixel. You kind of multiply these values, which someone smarter than me figured out. If you multiply them by the red, green, and blue values, you get the luminancy of a pixel. And then what we're going to do with that is, if the luminancy is greater than 127, so that's kind of like right in the middle because that goes from 0 to 255, right? Then we will change the pixel at that row and column, which, remember, that's we're doing that in our for loop. We're getting the row and column, so we're basically going through every pixel, and we could actually change the RGB values. So we will make it, if it's greater than that, we're going to make it white. And if it is, well, why is it not letting me go back? If it is less than that, then we will do the same thing, but we'll make it equal to all zeros, which would make it black. Okay, so we're going through and changing every pixel. We're assigning it to either white or black based on the luminancy value. And so if I were to run this, you should see an image pop up in the background here. There we go. And yeah, there's our output. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting effect if you look at the original image and kind of look at it with that in mind. You can kind of see that, like, yeah, all the white ones stayed white, and anything that was kind of dark changed totally to black. Yeah, so that's the effect. The last thing I wanted to show you, but I'll just say this is an example of one effect, but you could do anything, manipulate the pixels any way you want to. I'll show you some other things in future videos, but I did want to show you that. Oh, sorry, I have to press any letter on this and it gets me out. Okay, I did want to show you that if we wanted to copy this in to our code, if we wanted to save our image, we could have done that as well, by saving it by using cv2.imWrite and then specifying where you want to save it, and then what you want to save, and you give it a name as well. And as you can see, I've actually did this before, and it saved it on my hard drive there. So kind of cool. So you can manipulate it, and you actually retain the original, and you can save a new one. So let me know if you have any questions about this. Hopefully you find this useful. I'm going to share the code with you in the description. Thanks.